Hi Tony. A few subscribers have been making suggestions of people that I should make a video to. And you won. So I came to look at your videos and I recognised you from some anti-evolution videos that I've seen knocking around. And I know your style. I've chosen to reply to the video that hopefully you will have accepted this as a reply to. I looked through a few of your videos and I thought, yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to say to this guy. But then when I saw the video that I'm replying to, in which you ask some of your fellow Christians to come forward and give you some assistance with the pain that you're feeling as a result of your lusts, things which you perceive as coming from Satan. When I saw that video, all of my anger towards you disappeared completely. So my subscribers aren't going to get the video that they thought I was going to make. Apologies, subscribers. It's very difficult to listen to that video because I can actually hear your pain. And at first I thought, oh no, you can't talk to this guy. He's mentioned violence. He's mentioned being a bad guy. If you in any way attack his faith, then you run the risk of unleashing a violent man on society. The thing that's changed my mind is the fact that you say you've been following the teachings of Christ since you were 12, yet you're a bad man and a lustful man. Now if you're a bad man, that means you've done some bad stuff. I don't think you did it when you were 11, so you've done it since you've been following Christ. So Christ hasn't stopped you doing bad things. And who's to say he's going to stop you in future? And that's my concern. Maybe, just maybe, Scripture has a part to play in you being the way you are. You can't live up to Christ. You have some kind of shame, some self-disgust, some self-loathing that comes from the thoughts that go through your mind, and you hate yourself for it. Your violent urges may stem from frustration, and I believe that a lot of frustration can equate with confusion. And obviously, being an atheist, I can see how trying to follow Scripture would confuse you. I wonder if you hate me already. I wonder if you're still watching. I remember when I was a kid, and I, shall we say, discovered pornography. Even at that time, there was something sinful and forbidden about it. And looking back, I think that the sinful and forbidden nature of it in some way made it attractive. I've noticed a lot of incidences in life where that which is most forbidden can become an obsession, a fixation. So I wonder if, obviously, because I'm an atheist, I hear you shouting at the screen, And because I believe in evolution, I hear you screaming at the screen. I know where those thoughts come from. They're not my fault. If I could press a red button and never have them again, I would press that red button with less than a second's hesitation. But I can't, and I know I'll never be free of them until my hormone levels drop to a background hum. What I'm trying to say is, if you would stop trying to interpret the world through Scripture, what would happen? You would feel less shame. You would feel less self-disgust. Those things are painful things, so you would feel less pain. You would be allowed to understand what evolution is saying. Evolution will never make sense to you while you're following the Bible. But evolution, in a way, as bizarre as it sounds, could be your salvation, for you would realize that it's not your fault to have those thoughts. And I know that you, like me, would push the red button to be free of them. But you would understand that you could not be entirely free. So what does it become then? Well, because it's not sinful and it's not forbidden, it becomes less attractive. It becomes less of a fixation. So a Christian isn't going to really be able to help you with those thoughts, whereas an atheist can. If you can stop hating me for just long enough to hear what I'm saying, it's not your fault you have those thoughts. So I don't believe that if you allowed yourself to see yourself as an evolved creature, I don't think you'd suddenly turn into a sex maniac and go out there doing whatever you imagine you'd like to do. You'd simply see it as an unbidden thought that you don't want, and you masturbate and you're free of it and you get on with your life until it comes around again, in which case you repeat the cycle and deal with it that way. That's the treatment. Masturbation isn't sinful any more than the hole in a kettle that allows the hot water to steam out. It's a solution. It's a pressure release. That's the way you stay sane. That's the way you don't turn into a monster. And your confusion level would drop because you would allow yourself to understand the world. You would understand that those people that piss you off, and I'm sure there's many, you would understand that most of them are unthinking, instinctive things that people do. In a way, it's not their fault they're so pig ignorant. Instincts make us behave in a pig ignorant way. So your anger level would drop, your lust level would drop, your confusion level and frustration level would drop. And I can't help feeling that the cage that you're in that's causing you so much pain has a lot to do with Scripture. But you know best. If you honestly believe, without the Bible to instruct you, that you would simply be a bad man with uncontrollable lusts, then you just keep hating me and be assured that I am entirely and completely wrong. If, however, you allowed yourself to doubt Scripture and investigate the world for a few years, and then do something good for another human being, where you do not gain, where you have nothing to gain, but you do it simply because you want to walk a little taller after doing it, then you can go home with the memory that you did a good thing for no reason whatsoever, and you would realize that you can be a good man. You can change. But you've been following the Bible since you were 12. It doesn't seem to have really helped you. If a man has a tactic that doesn't work, and it hasn't worked in however many years, maybe it's time for a new tactic. As ever, good luck.